Hello, this is Storm Warden coming back at you today with another video update. And today we're going to talk about our continued chance for some tropical development over here in the Caribbean, which is now highlighted as a 20% lemon area, which was expected yesterday. I talked about that yesterday in yesterday's video. So we're going to talk about that. I'm not really going to overtalk you a lot today either, guys, because we're so early in the game that right now the only thing that I want to show you is the ensemble members because I'm trying to be responsible and I just want to give you guys that honest meteorology. Not here to give you any clickbait, any of that. I just want to update you guys on this just as I'm getting updates, and we're gonna keep it at that. So, if you've been liking my weather content, please subscribe as I am trying to grow this channel, and that's what I got for you today. So, we're gonna start off with the GEFS ensemble members, and let's move in here. So, ensemble members have been somewhat consistent in showing an area of development, and I'll highlight this so that you can see what I'm looking at. What you want to watch this area right out of here. This is the area of concern or area of interest that we're watching, and this is the area that could potentially give us some tropical development sometime middle of next week. Where this goes, how strong it is, all those questions are up in the air because there's so many moving parts. Number one, there's supposed to be a forecasted cold front or trough located somewhere in the eastern United States. Where is still a question mark because, you know, I've seen some solutions like the OOZ GFS where you had a system come out of the Caribbean and it did something like this where it came out and then boom, it went right out to sea, right over across Florida because you had a front. So, you know, there's still a lot of questions up in the air, which is why I'm not going to overtalk you guys about this because right now a lot of this is just speculation, which is why I'm just going to show you the ensemble members because that's the most responsible thing to do right now. Because we just don't have a lot of information right there. You probably already seen some models out there showing cat 3s and 4s going towards Florida. Right now, that's just not a high likelihood. Right now, what we're watching is area of interest and what it can do. But as of now, we don't have a designated storm. We didn't have a storm develop yet. This is only a 20% chance. Now, do I think this will develop? I do. But the intensity, the track, where this goes is just a lot of question marks. Because and we're gonna go through this because again, I'm not trying to overtalk y'all, but here's our area of interest. And notice the increase in color in bright colors around the Caribbean. This is that signal for a tropical, a storm, or some type of storm in the Caribbean that could potentially move somewhere along the East Coast. But I gotta tell you, there's some model runs that have as far west as Texas or as far west as Louisiana. So this storm could be anywhere from maybe almost Mexico to just east of Florida. That's why I say there's a wide range of outcomes and possibilities. We do not have those answers right now. We just don't. And with the way this year's been, it's been very unpredictable, which weather always is, but this year seems, especially in the tropics, has been unusually unpredictable and models have been somewhat weird. But I do think we will get development out of this region, but I don't know no more than that. I mean, that's more just a personal opinion, but based on the things that I've seen. But that's the overall run from the GEFS ensemble members, and generally they show that most members have this development. But again, you have a member over here towards Louisiana. You have a member all the way over here off the Florida coast. So there's a wide range of outcomes that could happen. Now here's another ensemble member that we like to look at, and again it shows the exact same thing. Ensemble members are increased, and then boom, you get a system. And again, there's a wide range of outcomes. You got some as far west as over here, past Yucatan Peninsula, and you got some that's far east as off the coast of Florida. So again, I know I keep repeating it, but there's a wide range of possibilities from this system. Here's the EPS ensemble members, and again, they're not as happy as the other ones, but generally they show the exact same thing. Now, I think one thing that will at least from what I'm seeing that will prevent this getting as far west as maybe the Western Gulf is there is forecast to be some sort of trough or cold front. Now, there's a couple things that could happen. If you get a system that forms a little bit quicker, like the GFS shows, this trough will play a big role in where it goes. Whereas if you wait a couple of days later after this trough already moves out, well then you'll probably get a further west solution, like some of these EPS members show, which show a little bit more delayed development until after this trough pretty much moves off the East Coast. So that's certainly a possibility. But looking at EPS ensemble members, and they do develop this system, and again, there's a wide range of outcomes. You got some outcomes that going right towards Florida. You still have some outcomes that are off the coast of Florida, that go through Florida and then start to churn off the coast of Florida. So again, you have a wide range of possibilities and outcomes. Right now, though, we don't have that information. Now, I'm going to show you the sea surface temperatures right now, and again, you know it. Sea surface temperatures are like off the charts over, especially particularly in the area where our area of interest will be. And again, you know, this temperatures are always warm in the Gulf, and this is just, you know, confirming that. So there's that. Now, I want to talk a little bit about our trough interaction because that will play a big role. This is 060, and again, don't pay attention to this number that you're going to see at your screen on low pressure. That's just our area of interest, and this thermotistic model run, so don't take it serious. But it shows a strong tropical storm, low end Cat 1 hurricane. Notice though, look at our trough. So here's our trough for the week, and it's coming through. And notice how we have our trough moving through, but notice that as you get on the back edge of that trough, what that helps is when you have a favorable trough interaction with a tropical system, typically what you'll have is you'll have really good upper flow aloft, which will allow for good upper divergence. So, you know, trough interaction could also help this system. So you have trough interaction and you have warm sea surface temperatures going for this system. So, you know, and you also have no dry air. So you have a lot going for this system, but when this develops and where it develops is a really huge question that we just simply don't have right now. What this is all happening from is an area that we call the CAG, the Central America Gyre. I think that's how you call it, but something along that lines. I might have said that wrong. But typically what happens is this is the Central American Gyre. It usually comes right off this area right here. Typically what it is, you get lots and lots of heavy rain, flash flooding, and big storms in this area. Sometimes you can get those areas of storms and rain to sneak off the coast, the east coast of the Yucatan Peninsula, and you can get development of a tropical system. So this is why this storm is, or this area of interest is so hard to predict, because whenever you have these type of setups, anything can happen. Sometimes you can just get these showers and storms to sneak off into Mexico. Sometimes they can be really delayed and move into the Western Gulf. Sometimes they can develop fairly quickly and move towards Florida West Coast, and then do an Ian-like trap. Because typically, what we've seen over the last couple of years, particularly with Ian too as well, we've had these tracks where these systems that form down here in this homegrown area, they like to do something like this, and typically have some type of trough or cold front that comes through, and then they come off like that and they push into the Carolinas. Not saying that's going to happen, but that seems to have been a very familiar track over the last few years. So again, something certainly to watch. But today's video definitely shorter than my other ones. But guys, I don't want to over talk you and give you any clickbait. I just want to get on here and show you these ensemble runs and give you an idea of what we're looking at. Again, these brighter colors that you're seeing indicate that probabilities is quite high that we will see a system sometime next week. But where it goes, where it develops, how strong it will be, are questions that we just don't have right now. So that's my video for today. I'll be back at you guys tomorrow with another video update on this area of interest.